RG with RGFam Games here with another video for you today. We just got a quick pickup video for you. Ben and I decided to go on a little road trip yesterday, and we headed up to Appleton, Wisconsin, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where I live. But I had heard that they have some really cool game stores up there, and I always wanted to check them out, so we thought we would do that and hit up any Goodwills or whatnot along the way. So we picked up some stuff, and I got some cool stuff, some offbeat stuff, and thought I'd share. First off, pretty basic. It's Modern Warfare 3 for the 360. We've had this game probably 3 or 4 times at least, and gotten rid of it over the years. But Ben is now that we're collecting, Ben is set on making sure we have every Call of Duty game for the collection. So now we have Modern Warfare 3. We have most of them. I'm sure there's a few we don't have anymore. We've definitely owned them all at some point. So anyway, good to have that one back in the collection. These games from right here were purchased at a store called Press Start Games. Press Start Games, Appleton, Wisconsin. Very cool store. And really friendly guys. The coolest thing that I saw, other than something that I picked up here, this was cool, I guess. Going into stores and seeing kind of what's their most rare thing. They had a Mega Man 5 complete in box in really good condition. Now I think it was like $550 or something like that. I was like, whoa! But they did have some pretty cool stuff in that store. So anyway, these are some games that I got there. We got SmackDown vs. Raw, the original SmackDown vs. Raw for PS2. It is complete, beautiful, very nice copy. I don't even know. I can't remember all the ones I've played, but I'm sure I played this at some point. But it's cool to have the original in the collection. I eventually would like to have all of the WWE games for all the systems in my collection at some point. So next up, we got a limited collector's edition version of Doom 3. This was it's not complete in box. I got it because it was kind of a buy 2 get 2 free special. So we picked it out because it was free and the case is cool. And I have another version of this game too. So it was just nice to have this case. And then Ben also picked out for himself Payday 2. He really likes Payday 2. I can't say that I've ever actually played it before, but I have heard good things about it. So we got Payday 2. And then the last game, excuse me. The last game in this buy 2 get 2 free special is a game that I love, absolutely love, and that is Heavy Rain. And this is the director's cut, greatest hits version for PS3. If you have not played this game, it's a story-driven game. There's not a lot of action. There's a couple quick time events and whatnot. The story is amazing, very good. I remember, and it's interesting. There's one part, there's parts where you can say games where if you mess up the story, kind of quick go back to a previous save. And there was something that happened where somebody died in this game, and I was pissed. I was like, oh, why did that happen? And I tried to go back to a save, but it immediately saves after that event happens. So you can't go back and play your previous save or something like that. It was pretty awesome. So I had no idea that it was PlayStation Move compatible. That's interesting. I certainly didn't play it with PlayStation Move. The original came out before there even was a PlayStation Move. So, but anyway, Heavy Rain, if you haven't played it, Quantum Realms, that's the name of the company, right? Quantic Dreams. Check out their stuff. Very good game. So that was it from the kind of bonus section. I got 2 other things from the store. One is a complete in box Genesis game, and that is Desert Strike. Desert Strike is obviously a classic. This has got all the stuff in it. Even the video game registration card is still in it. It still has electronic arts, uh, the 1-800 line to use to get tips. I mean, this has everything. And what is this? This is a 1-900 line on it, but this has all of the electronic arts games. Looks like. Oh, check this out. I actually did not open this. I saw that it just had everything in it, and I was like, oh, I need to have this. This is a whole get a clue. It tells you which buttons to hint for everything. Like, go to hints for the immortal. Hit 1-1 for might and magic. 1-2 rings of power. 1-3 Buck Rogers. 2-1 Starflight 2 Bard's Tale. And then tips and passwords. Lakers versus Celtics. Madden Football Original Saga. Madden Football Tips all versions. What's this? Hot EA titles. Order yours today. And it's got some prices over here. Man, this is great. This is great. Now this is a 900 number. And then in the back, it has just kind of pictures and ads of all the games here. Very cool. This is cool. I've never seen all the Genesis ones. That's really, really cool. So yeah, so I got this, right? And this is all mint condition. And I got it for like $5 or $6. It was marked at $7.99, but then they gave me a special on it. So I've never owned Desert Strike, but I know how good of a game it is. And then when I saw that it was just such a mint copy of it with everything, I was like, I was gonna pay $8. I was like, then when we got to the register, I was like, oh, this one's actually only 5 something. That's cool. So got that. And then the last thing, oh no, not the last thing. There's one more thing I got. I'm gonna save, or there's 2 things I got at the store, but I'm gonna save the one thing for last. I got a boxed PC game unopened, and that is the Everquest Planes of Power expansion, which still has the original GameStop sticker on it. And it opens up this nice thing here, but also it has the figurine of the I don't know her name. She's the cleric. She's the Everquest cleric. She's on all the artwork, but there is a figure for. I used to have this a long time ago, and then the back she has a big ponytail, and I think my oldest broke it off when he was like 2 or 3. So this is actually unopened, so it's still got the tape sealed up top, and like I said, it's still got the figure in it and everything. And I loved Everquest back in the day. I was a big Everquest player, even though I never got a high level character. I did a bunch of ults. I mean, Everquest is hard. I get a lot of people like in the 20s, and then I never actually got to play. And this expansion was all high level content. I bought every expansion, even though I never played any of the content because I didn't have high enough level characters. But this hit the nostalgic button on me. I wanted that figurine. I had to get it. It was $10. The box is not in great shape by any means, but the figure is still in. I don't know. I pulled the trigger. I had to do it. So, any of you guys ever play EverQuest out there? Love to have conversations about EverQuest. Over the last couple of years, I mean, I've gone to Project 1999, which allows you to. It's like a private server, which brings it back to kind of those days, a little bit before this expansion. It's still a good time. So, but that's what I got from that store. Other than one thing, which that's gonna be the final thing I show. Then we went to another store, and that was called SideQuest Gaming. SideQuest Gaming, which is in downtown Appleton. That was a very nice store. I almost bought a complete inbox Shinobi for the Master System. I didn't pull the trigger on it. I don't know. Maybe I should have. Really wanted to. But instead, I got this because I got a really good price on it, and that is GTA 2 for the Dreamcast. And no, it's not in the original box, and that's why I got it at a really good price. The game disc itself is actually pristine. So yeah, so I don't have the case or the manual, but hopefully I can get that soon or somewhere. But I got this for under 20 bucks. So I thought that seems like a good deal to me. So I picked it up. So I have actually never played any of the original or GTA 2 or the London one, the top-down ones. I haven't played any of those before, but I've always wanted to, and to play it on the Dreamcast seemed like the best way to do it. So now I can. So very happy about that. So after that, we went to a Goodwill, and because I bought Planes of Power, this Goodwill actually didn't have any games at all, except for one PC game, and it was complete in box, and it was $2, and I kind of like the thought of having the boxes of the games that I used to play back in the day, and so I got a complete in box copy of Guild Wars. I don't know if any of you have played Guild Wars before. But it was a MMO back in the day, shortly after, you know, EverQuest peak, and this was by NCSoft. Very popular. Guild Wars, I don't think anyone plays Guild Wars, but they play Guild Wars 2 these days. I think Guild Wars 2 is still around. People still play that, but this is the original. So I didn't play it a lot. I didn't play this nearly as much as EverQuest. Certainly not as much as like Star Wars 1. Why can't I think of it off the top of my head what it was called? You know what I'm talking about. And then some of the other ones like the Superhero one. Man, all these games are, I can't think of any of them. But Guild Wars, $2 and complete box, whole manual and everything. So thought I would get that. After that, we went to another game store. This is a kind of a game and hobby shop combined. This game was called the store is called the Pad. It's right next to the Walmart in Appleton, Wisconsin. If you ever go to Appleton, Wisconsin, right by the big mall. They had some cool stuff. Now, they had the most expensive thing I had seen, and they had what I thought was complete in box, but then when I talked to them about it, they said it was missing a map. Still had the instructions and everything. Had the box. The box was in great shape. Had the cartridge. They had a almost complete in box, everything but the map, Chrono Trigger in the store, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's cool!" And it was selling for $800. That's the most expensive thing I've seen in a store. I think ever, at least for a game. I don't know that I've ever seen. I mean, you know, it's a nice glass case. Not graded or anything, but still, it was kind of cool to see. I know how big that title is. And there, I actually played it for maybe 10 minutes, but that's it. But anyway, so at this store, I got one thing. It's not a game. And it's actually something I can't use. I have no means to use this. But I saw it on a wall, and it was $5. And I said, well, for $5, I have to have it. I have to have it. Even though I can't use it. I got Iron Eagle on laser video disc because it's Iron Eagle, and it was $5, and I've never owned a laser disc before, and I thought, well, maybe someday I'll get a laser disc player. It was originally $38 at AAFES. There's an original sticker on there for $38. But yeah, the classic. I mean, Iron Eagle. Yeah, if any of you watch Cobra Kai too, that's the movie Johnny's watching. Season 1 is Iron Eagle. So I don't know. I had to get it. Next to it though, next to this on the wall was a Laserdisc copy of The Monster Squad. Monster Squad is one of my favorite movies of all time, and as far as for my childhood, and that was $40, and I really wanted it, but I couldn't justify spending $40 on a Laserdisc that I could never ever use. But maybe this will get me to find a Laserdisc player to buy one, and then maybe I'll go back and get Monster Squad. But yeah, Iron Eagle on laser video disc. I don't know. Total impulse purchase. It was $5. Does anybody out there have laser discs anymore? Or laser disc players or laser discs? Anyway, so that's all I got at that store. And that's all I got actually this weekend. Except for one thing. Now, this one thing is a game that has eluded me. This is another one of those games that I have owned. I owned it when it came out. I played the hell out of it when it came out. I loved it so much when it came out. And obviously got rid of it at some point. And have never been able to get it back since. And it's supposedly a common game. Supposedly a common game. Now, I could go on eBay. I could have gone on eBay at any point and bought it for $10 or $12. But I was like, no, I want to find it on a store shelf. And I've looked all over the state of Wisconsin. And I told these guys, and this is at the first store. This is at just our Press Start Games. I said, I've been looking all over the state for this game, and you guys are the only ones who've had it. And they're like, and they have a system in their system they could track, and they know how many copies they've ever had of it and whatnot. And they said, wow, yeah, I guess so. We've only ever had 5 copies of this game total in the 5 years we've been open. So he's like, we get this game maybe once a year. And still, it's still cheap. Still got it for $10. And that game is Amped 3. That's the picture behind me. That's Amped 3. Amped 3 to me is the greatest snowboarding game of all time. It's not worth a lot, but it's also super crazy fun. It's kind of like, it's more SSX, although way better than SSX, because this basically has a whole big story mode, and it doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's meant to be hilarious. There's cutscenes. I've talked about this on the channel before. There are cutscenes that are like stop for animation stuff. There's all kinds of wacky stuff going on in the story. And in between the wacky story, you snowboard. You have to save up some money so you can get to, I forgot where you're trying to go, but trying to go somewhere. And I love this game. I love this game so much. And I was just playing it earlier. And you know what? Go on. If you just type in Amped 3 playthrough on YouTube, there are plenty of playthroughs on it, and just watch like the first 20 minutes of somebody playing this game, just so you can get the vibe and the comedic story. It's just funny. It's just fun. Go play Amped 3. Amped 3 has nothing to do with Amped 1 or 2. They don't compare at all. Amped 1 and 2 are more like serious snowboarding games. This is a hysterical romp of it's just good. And I wish they made snowboarding games like this again. They don't even really make snowboarding games anymore, period. So, whatever. Amped 3, I finally found it after all this time on a store shelf, and it only cost me $10. And we should go play it. So that's my pickups for today. Again, not a big video, but it was fun. There's the stuff right there, and there's the Amped. So that's stuff we got. Not to mention Iron Eagle. Let's talk laser discs. Does anybody have one? Should I get a laser disc player, or was this just I just revel in getting this for $5 and just being happy to add it to my collection. I don't know. What should we do with it? Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.